Romans chapter 8, verse 28. Today's reflection is trust the process. Trust the process. We read in Romans chapter 8, verse 28, it says, in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, we know that all things work together for the good of those who love God, who are called according to his purpose. Who are called according to his purpose. There are seasons in life where God is working, but we cannot always see him. We cannot always feel him. We cannot always see the evidence that he is working. There are going to be moments in that time, especially in that wilderness season, right? Come on, you guys know what I'm talking about. We want to finish the product. We want to see the finished product, but God often takes us through what? Through a process. He does. He takes us through a process. The process may feel uncomfortable. It can stretch our patience a lot, that extra mile, challenge our faith and expose areas in us that still need some growth, that we still need to grow in. But because it's difficult does not mean that God is not in it. Just because it's a difficult season, a difficult moment, does not mean that God is not seeing you. It doesn't mean that Jehovah El Roi doesn't see you. It doesn't mean that. Sometimes the very place we want to escape is the very place where God is developing us. That is the place where God is training us, where God is equipping us with endurance, with perseverance, fortifying our faith, removing any residue of our past. Come on, peeling the onion. He peels because he heals. How many of you remember that reflection? A seed does not become a tree overnight. We know that. We know that in the it's logic. A seed does not become a tree overnight. It has to be buried. It has to be covered, strengthened before it what? Before it can produce any fruit. Before it can produce any fruit. The hidden season is not a barren or wasted season. It may seem and feel barren. It may seem like you're wasting your time, but it is not. It is a preparation season. I say this over and over to you again, over and over. Many times we ask, why is this taking so long? Why can't I get that microwave miracle? Why can't it just happen today, Lord? Why I keep getting no's instead of yes? Do you realize that every no you get is because God, yes, is going to be greater? There's a lesson, there's a live and learn moment in everything. So stop trying to search, what am I doing wrong? Sometimes you have to, right? But sometimes you have to check where your heart is really postured. Where is it postured in? And sometimes it's a live and learn. It's a live and learn moment, because something along the way, somewhere in your future, your faith, what he's enduring in you now, is going to have to be greater. And that's why he's training you. He's training you patience, endurance, perseverance. He's training us. But God is not only preparing us for the promise, he's preparing us for what? To carry it. He is building your character, increasing your faith, increasing your teaching what? So you can depend on him even more. That's why I love to write my teachings. I love to write them down, because it's something when I write it down that, it's just, I just digested it different. I just come to a different wisdom and understanding when I'm writing it down. And if I need to go back, I can read it over and over again. Trusting the process means trusting God even when what? Even when the timeline does not make sense. I mean, even to the right, very, very, very last minute, very last second, very last day that your rent needs to be paid, the Lord will show up. The Lord will show up. And I use the rent as an example, but that's in anything. Trusting the process. I'm going to repeat that again. Trusting the process means trusting God even when the timeline doesn't make sense. It means believing that every tear, every moment spent, every lesson, every closed door, every no, every delay can be used for his purpose in your life. It can be yours. It can be used for his purpose in your life. Joseph had a process, before the palace. Purpose in his life. David had a process before the throne. There was a purpose in his life. Even Jesus had a process before the cross and resurrection. And we all know that purpose. The process was not punishment. It was preparation. So today, despite of whatever you're going through, God is still working. That's my faith word for your talk for you today. God is still working. So trust him in the process. The pressure may be producing strength. The waiting may be producing what? Maturity. The battle may be producing endurance. And it's not even a maybe. We're going to do this declaration now. The pressure is producing strength. The waiting is producing maturity. The battle is producing endurance. Keep trusting, keep believing, keep walking, trust the process. God is in control. That's your faith word for your talk reflection this evening. Catch the Spanish translation.